Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's been a little while, so what's transpired since the last video is Christmas holidays for the kids, and we decided that we would head over to Europe, UK first, and then have a short sort of 10-day driving trip through Germany, Belgium, France, Switzerland. Really nice holiday, nice to get away, come back to Australia. Stinking hot, which you'd expect midsummer, and I haven't been able to start the next round of projects because of the sheer heat in the shed. But what I thought I'd do is I'll just give you a quick look around. There have been some changes in December to now, so I'll just bring you up to date with those. Yeah, so first of all, we've had a bit of a rejig. So the Morris is undercover here, keeping the dust off her. So I tried starting this when I came back from the UK, and unfortunately it's got a fuel pump issue. It's got a mechanical fuel pump on it, which I think has got a failed diaphragm. So I'm not going to try too hard. I'll pump petrol into the gearbox, which I don't want to do, or into the engine. The Minis are still up on the hoist. I've got the engine disassembled here on the bench. That's the next project, without being too distracted by other projects. The W124, my son actually got his learner's permit in December, so it's now sporting an L plate, and that's what he's using. The Nissan takes up this room. New bucket list purchase. So I picked up a Silver Shadow 2. That's a 1978 model. It's in pretty decent condition. I'll be doing a little bit of work on that. It needs mechanical work. Only really reinstatement work. So the cruise control actuator, I suppose, that's been disconnected. That's sitting in the boot. I've also got a note in the service records that the rear suspension self-leveling's been blocked off, so that needs work. And also the power steering pump's a little bit noisy, so I'm going to replace that as well. But in order to do that, I've got to free up the hoist. So that's the inspiration to get the Mini finished. Behind me here, geez, we're at full capacity here. So behind me here is a bike I picked up also in late December, before I came away. This is a mate's bike, and he was heading off to Europe. So he wanted out, and it was just an opportunity to pick up a reasonably decent DRZ 400. You can see he's got some modifications here, certainly fairing, front guard and tank. I did a bit of enduro type work with it in Tom Price. So I've taken the side cover down, and just to start taking a look at it. Again, I'm getting a little bit distracted by the new projects, but tried to throw a bit of charge in the battery, no good. The battery's dead, so that needs a new one of those. But he's got some decent gear on here. He's been slowly upgrading it every time. You can see, a decent pipe, and he's got some decent electronic speedo, etc., and lots of bush bashing kind of armour for it. So all I'm going to do here for now is just try and see if it runs. And I'll make a short video of that. I'm pretty sure it does run. What his complaint was, let me take you this way. His complaint was that he invested in a set of gears, sort of a high range set of gears for it, and so these came with, you can see these are the old gears. There may need to be some re-engineering here somewhere, but the gears that he had fitted, so he took the engine out, brought it down to a reputable mechanic, had the gears fitted, took it out for a run, and unfortunately Top Gear doesn't provide any drive. Now, my understanding of sequential motorbike gearboxes may be limited, but no drive in Top Gear doesn't sound good. So I'm going to see if I can diagnose that. And really, only one more thing. So, Model T was taken out in the end of autumn, and it needs a cover put on it. It needs the brass work done. Yeah, we're looking pretty shonky there. So that's a little bit of tinkering on that. Triumph got all serviced, so it's good to be ridden again. And once the weather starts cooling down a little bit more, that's what will be on the cards. And yeah, so that gives you a sense of what we're dealing with in here. It's pretty crowded, but plenty of projects to kick off. What I really want to do is get this bike going, and then head off on some bush sort of camping trips, just overnighters. It'll be good fun. Give you a bit of a sense for what's coming. So there'll be bike up and running, Morris fuel pump, mini engine and gearbox suspension interior. Nothing on the 124. That might we might do something later in the year with that. I've got all the rear suspension components. It needs a power steering leak repair. This is just off the top of my head, and it also needs new front springs. These are pretty sagged down to a point where with a full load and into a corner it'll hit bump stops on the front, so that's no good. Nissan needs nothing. I've got a car cover coming for this so it doesn't get dusty, but yeah, as I mentioned, there's optional work on this one. Really just a noisy power steering pump. That would be the worst thing. The cruise control, I mean, yeah, okay, we'll get the cruise control repaired. I do want to do a bit of paint restore. I'm not sure if you can pick that up in the reflection of the light. The paintwork is really badly swirled, so all that needs doing. But yeah, she needs an interior kind of. The leather needs work. So when you look inside, you can see that the leather's kind of dry. It's Connolly leather, so it's supposed to be laminated, but you'll see that type of repair needing doing. So yeah, so I'm going to take the seats out, and the fronts are a little bit worse. Okay, so yeah, so this needs a restore. So I'm going to do the restore on those before they get too much worse. I don't want any tears or anything. But all the wood's been done. It's in really nice condition. And this one actually came from Jack Barclay. So he's the biggest Royce dealer in London. Not sure how it got to Australia. The provenance isn't great with it. But anywho, it was the right price. I bought it for my wife's and my wedding anniversary. So at least that's the joke, buying it for your wife. So yeah, that's it for the update for now. It's heating up. It's only about 9:30 in the morning, but it's already pretty hot, and I don't have air conditioning in here or anything. It's just a fan, so I'm just going to take things a bit easy. The content will probably be a little bit slow for the next few weeks, and I'll do what I can when I can. All right, so I got the old battery out. I'm going to head off and get a new one. Also going to fill up my petrol jugs up there, and transfer some into there. I'll also take I think I'll take the bowl off the bottom of the carby. It's not too much of a hassle. It might be a bit too much of a hassle, but we'll see. I just don't want to introduce any junk into the carb. But the thing, knowing Matt, he's a pretty tidy sort of a fella. Pretty sure that he's done the right thing when he's parked this thing up in the past. He actually owned the bike, I think from new, so he's owned it for a long number of years, and you get a sense it was his pride and joy. He's had lots of fun with it. Decent. Alright, I'm back from the parts shop and I have the battery. It has been tested. I just asked if they would do that for me. And I tested at 12.05 volts, 86 CCA. Needs a bit of a charge up, but the other two batteries, which I also had them test, were far more discharged than that, so it's not terrible. I'm just going to drop it onto the trickle charger here, and that will just ensure that it's totally good to go. Yeah, so that's charging there now. Alright, I also got 3 jugs of fuel. I only need 1 jug, the smaller one on the right hand side. That's going to go into the bike, and we'll then try and start her up. It's got a bit of a flat front tyre. Matt told me that he went tubeless on these and recommended that we go back to tubes. So chuck some air in and see what happens. Other than that, I'll just clean the give the air filter a bit of a clean, and just check the oil and fluids, make sure it's all good. Alright, so got the green light, which means our battery's charged. I've just opened up the workshop again. Bloody hell, it's warm. Got a thermometer in here. What's it say? I won't say anything unless I got the ignition on. It's warm, so I'm going to tip some juice in, and yeah, gonna give it a trial run. Of course, I'll put the battery back in, so we'll do that now. Now these terminals are quite neat. There's a little Allen key, which I'm utilising that to undo. I'm going to reuse those for these terminals, because these are threaded and it's going to make things very easy to put back. Okay, I got the battery in, looks pretty decent. I did have to reverse the direction of the wires because the polarities were different between the two batteries. What is disturbing me a bit is that we've got a light on the dash. Oh no, it's gone off. That was on for about 5 minutes. Okay. So get some juice in here, get the key, and let's see if it'll kick over. Yeah, I'm sweating like a pig. Bloody hot. Right, so put a little bit of juice in. Hunted around for the ignition switch. Found it on the side of the new fairing. Let's turn it on, see what happens. Oh, something happening there. That's pretty decent. Looks like we're in neutral. Fantastic. Don't think we're going to need choke. Let's just try and bloody bring the thunder. Bring the thunder. Oh, does it need a clutch in? Yep. Let's try that again. It's hard to do it, sort of. Let's try a bit of choke. I'm showing my true knowledge of the DRZ here. No, it's probably on the carb. Here we go. It's right under there. See where my finger is? It's right under there. let's pull that out. Yeah, try it again. Let's have a look. Oh. We have liftoff. I'll check all the controls here. A bit of smoke coming up. Indicators. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Lips. No terrible noises coming from the bottom end. It's alright. Sounds pretty good. Alright, turn this off. Nice. I'll turn it off and look at getting it off the trailer. Sounds great. No timing chain slap or anything like that, so it's good. Excellent. We have a runner. So next step will be just to get it up on a bike stand and run it through the gears and see what we got. I'm not going to do that today. That'll be the subject of the next video. We'll see you then.